Welcome to the Chaz and AJ Hine Brothers Truck Group Stand Up for Veterans. I'm Chaz from Chaz and AJ in the Morning. Who's ready to party? Weird, right? Like 100-year weird. We're normally hanging out, partying together. This year, we're coming to you from inside your computer, which is even better because I think you're going to love what we have. We have 3 great comedians. One of them is AJ. We have some really impactful stories from some great American heroes. We'd like to ask you to donate at the link below. Every penny you donate will go to help our military heroes, and you'll hear about the great work they do in just a second. Thanks to McDermott Chevrolet and Lexus, Call Before You Dig, The Water Doctor, and NewEnglandTractor.com, a division of Johnson Automotive. But especially thanks to our American veterans. Thank you for what you did. Thank you for what you continue to represent in this country, and that is the best of what America has to offer. Thank you. And thanks to our veteran families. We appreciate your sacrifices as well. Let's bring out Lori Hollander. Get this thing going. She's from Help Our Military Heroes.
Hi, I'm Lori Hollander. Welcome to our stay at home. We thank you all very, very much, Chaz, AJ, the entire tribe and team for having us in and truly being an answer to prayer in these COVID-19 times. We are a 100% nonprofit grassroots effort headquartered here in Easton, Connecticut. Since 2010, when we awarded our first van to United States Marine Sergeant Carlos Evans and his family, we have awarded 140 van grants. So what we are and how we began was an effort to make sure that all Americans could do something, do their part. So if we weren't called to service, we didn't hear that call, we could donate our money or our time. So we found a niche, a wheelchair accessible vehicle, a van that could impart the freedom and independence and mobility that our service members provide to us every day in service. So from the very bottom of our hearts, thank you for Stand Up for Vets. Enjoy, donate, and know that 100% of every dollar is going to our next vans. We're working on 6 vans right now, and new applications are coming in. So thank you guys all so much. Mwah. We miss you all, and stay healthy, stay well, and be good to each other.
Hello. My name is Tyler Southern. I was a corporal in the United States Marine Corps. May 5th, 2010, I stepped on 10 pounds of homemade explosives, resulting in the immediate amputation of 3 limbs, and spent 2.5 years in the hospital rebuilding my remaining arm. Since then, got married, 2 kids. HOMH has given us 2 vans over the years, and I'm eternally grateful for that in general. I had the opportunity to take my family places myself and not be a piece of luggage that, needed to not be forgotten. I was able to pilot my family through many an adventure over the last decade. Thankful, grateful, and hopeful to you, and hope that your donations can lead to more freedom for veterans who've been put in pretty awful situations, and guys and gals trying to make the best of their life situation. Thank you.
You're watching the Chaz and AJ Hine Brothers Truck Group Stand Up for Veterans. I'm Chaz from Chaz and AJ in the Morning. We'd like to ask you to donate at the link below. Every penny you donate will go to Help Our Military Heroes. They provide specially equipped vans for disabled American veterans. And thanks to McDermott Chevrolet and Lexus, Call Before You Dig, The Water Doctor, and NewEnglandTractor.com, a division of Johnson Automotive. Let's bring up a good friend of the program. He's from Boston. He has great hair. He has the cutest little dog named Sam, named after Uncle Sam. Isn't that cool? Welcome to the Arts, Television, and Appliance virtual stage, Will Noonan.
Hey, it's me, Will Noonan, stand-up comedian. You know me from the Chaz and AJ show, and I'm super excited to be talking to you guys right now because this is like the new future. We're doing walking, talk, and stand up now. All right? We don't need to be in the clubs anymore. We can be at graveyards. I can actually be near a graveyard and bomb. Strange times. So sick of people telling me that it's strange times. Whenever a person comes up to me and tells me that it's strange times, I'm gonna punch them in the face and show them how strange these times can really be. One thing though, you gotta look at the positives, right? You gotta look at the positives of this stuff. Big thing for me, bandanas, all right? I wanted them. I wanted bandanas to have their moment, and it's finally here. I've always wanted to be a bandana man my whole life. That's what I call them, bandana man. You know the kind of guy I'm talking about, you've seen him out there. His bandana matches everything, multiple colors. He's got a bandana, purple bandana on his head, purple sneakers, purple t-shirt, purple belt, everything matches. I get a lot of questions for these guys. Number one, where are they getting all these bandanas? I've never seen one bandana store my whole life. I had to get these guys on Amazon. But these dudes have bandanas in every single color. Another thing I wonder about is where do they keep them? I bet I know. But they have a bandana drawer, you know? That means they have moments in their life. Babe, you see my white bandana? Yeah, I'm looking at a bandana drawer. It's not there. Well, it's a wedding. I need it. Gotta have your bandana. That's one thing I've been thinking a lot about. Another thing I've been thinking about now that we're in quarantine, you know, you have the deep thoughts. You can think the deep thoughts. One of the ones I've had a lot is, isn't it good that chickens can't read? Like, shouldn't we all be happy that chickens can't read? For a lot of reasons, mainly for the chickens. I'm happy chickens can't read, because if chickens could read, that means that chickens would know how much chicken costs, and that would just break their heart. If a chicken could read a menu or a sign and find out what we pay for chicken, they can't handle that information. Think about it. Sometimes it's 25 cents a wing. Sometimes you go to a bar, all you can eat chicken wings for 25 cents. Imagine being a chicken, finding out that your arms go for, you know, you gotta be thinking, give me a chance to come up with the money. 50 cents? I know I'm a chicken, but maybe I could play tic-tac-toe at the fair. I don't know. Give me a chance, all right? I bet there's a day when one of the other guys comes in the door. You know, he's like, hey, I heard this rumor that they're killing us and selling our wings. That can't possibly be true. Farmer Jim's such a good guy. He takes good care of us. It's true. He's selling our wings. I know all about it. Well, if he's selling our wings, he must be selling them for a lot of money. He can't possibly be. You know, he's just a big farm. He's got a family. He's got to take care of them. And you know what? If he sells my wings, I'm sure he's got his reasons, and I'm sure it's for a tidy profit. 25 cents. 25 cents. That's what he's selling our wings for. What about my eggs? My kids, I give him those every day. He's taking care of them, right? Oh, absolutely. They're fine. So, that's the era. Chickens can't read, and I'm happy about it. I'm actually not stoned right now, despite everything I just said to you guys. I am not stoned. This is just me, regular, all the time. But let me tell you this, okay? I have a Dunkin' Donuts coffee in my hand. I don't drink alcohol. I'm what they call California sober. You know what that means? It means I smoke a lot of pot, but I don't drink, okay? I love it. It's a term, I didn't invent that, but that's what I am. And you know what? I love it. I love the logic. Does that mean if you do a little bit of crystal meth, but you don't drink, you're Alabama sober? I mean, come on, we can be every state sober. Guys, it's been my pleasure. I love you. I love Ashley. I love Chaz and AJ. I love our military. Peace out.
Hi, I'm Captain Gavin White of the United States Army. In 2013, while patrolling in Afghanistan, I stepped on an IED, losing my right leg and damaging my left. I have to use prosthetics or a wheelchair to get around. I'd like to thank Help Our Military Heroes for providing a grant so that I have a minivan that's adapted so that I can actually drive. I'd like to also thank Chaz and AJ Stand Up for Vets and ask you to please donate in the link down below.
Hi everybody, my name is Major Eric Zaspil. I'm an Army officer and I'm excited to be here on Chaz and AJ Stand Up for the Vets. I'm even more excited to get a chance to talk about Help Our Military Heroes. I've known their team for over 10 years since I was a cadet at West Point, and they're just as genuine and selfless now as they were back then. About 8 years ago now, I was on a patrol in Afghanistan when I stepped on an IED. It exploded and took my left leg below the knee. I've been lucky enough to stay on active duty, but now I do nerdy cyber stuff. I know firsthand what it means to have your mobility stripped away from you in an instant. I've been lucky enough to be at several Help Our Military Heroes van giveaways, and I've seen the look of freedom and independence on the van recipients' faces because it provides a major step in getting them back to their new normal. So if you can, please donate at the link below, and 100% of your donations will go to fulfilling their mission. Thanks for having me, and thanks for bringing attention to this spectacular group of people.
Hi, it's Phil from Chaz and AJ in the Morning. This is the Chaz and AJ Hine Brothers Truck Group Stand Up for Vets. We are doing this to raise money for Help Our Military Heroes. The link to donate is below. This is an organization that buys vans for wounded veterans in our state. Now, you've heard from a number of different veterans throughout the show telling you their stories and about the organization. You've also heard some great comedy. And now here's our very own AJ on the Arts Television and Appliance virtual stage.
All right, any millennials watching right now? It's okay. I'm not going to really bust on you. I just want to know if there's any millennials watching right now. There's something millennials should know right now is that our generation were the crash test dummies for your generation. Your entire safe world, your safe space, that's a result of stupid shit that we did. And we did a lot of stupid shit. Okay? For example, if you have a 4-door car nowadays, you have those child-proof locks in the back doors. That was because we decided to see how funny it would be if you jumped out of the car while mom was driving. Because we saw it like Police Story. You know? Our thought was to tuck out and run. Mom would laugh. No, she didn't laugh, no. As a matter of fact, it wasn't funny to her. Or the ER doctor. Those little globes they have now that go over like the gas controls on your gas stove, that was us. That was the time we decided to have a marshmallow roast in the house and found how fast those freaking things go up, don't they? And you're sitting there with a fork, and you're like, la la la, and like, ah! Right, all of a sudden went in flames, right? And you flung it, you across the room, and what did it do? It came off your fork, flaming, it would hit the couch and like napalm, mold itself to the couch, to the carpet, and going up the freaking drapes, right? Next thing you know, the house on fire, your dad's like smacking you aside the head with his ring finger. The little plastic things they put now in electric sockets. That was us. That was the time I wanted to see what happens. You put a penny in there. Hurt like shit, didn't it? Yeah. The only good thing about that was the fact that as you're laying there paralyzed for 20 minutes, it gave your mom a chance to tell you what a stupid friggin' kid you really were. You're stupid. You're a stupid little bastard. You're from your father's side of the family. That's where you're from, not my side of the family. You're from your father's side of the family. They're all stupid people too. And it was our generation that proved conclusively that an umbrella makes a lousy parachute. Yeah, my friend Danny across the street in the ER 3 times. Rain, parasol, patio. No, no, and frig no. Oh my God. So I had to go to Walmart, right? I had to go to Walmart. I didn't want to go to Walmart because with this whole thing with the, the distancing and the masks and the one-way shop, which no one freaking gets over there for some reason, Walmart, right? So I go, first of all, Walmart, okay? The leading manufacturer of camo, okay? What's with the freaking camo in Walmart, for Christ's sake? It's like, I'm like, you know I can see you, right? I can see you. You're not camouflaging anything. I mean, if you want to be like camouflaged in Walmart, dress like a bag of pork rinds. Walmart, where yoga pants go to die. They die hard, too. You actually hear it. Yoga! So this one lady, big lady, right? Big lady. She's wearing this Guess shirt, I'm thinking $4.75. And she's wearing these yoga pants. And the yoga pants originally had a design of like a little stream going through a bunch of rocks. But by the time she got this thing on her, it became the Grand friggin' Canyon. So I'm walking into Walmart, right? And I got made fun of in a freaking Walmart, first of all. I got made fun of in a freaking Walmart. So I'm walking into Walmart, right? And these two guys are walking outside, right? And as we're passing each other, one guy goes, "Nice hair." The other guy goes, "Yeah, I think it's a wig." "Oh, yeah. Like I chose this." "Yeah. Like I actually walked to a wig store. I'm actually bald. Walked into a wig store and said, I'm not feeling the Bradley Cooper look. Let me try Grandma's Snatch. Let me try wearing Grandma's Snatch. Let me see rocking that for me. See how it works out for me." Of course, the bad part is now I got a bunch of 89-year-old guys chasing after me going.
My name is Carlos Evans, United States Marine Corps Sergeant, retired. I want to thank you, Chaz and AJ, for standing for vets like myself. I'm going to ask you to please donate to the link above and stand up for a vet tonight. It's very important to me. It's very important to other vets like myself to know that there are people like you that are standing up with us and continue living the life that we should all be living. Thank you very much, and Godspeed.
My name is Captain Jake Stuckey, and I'm currently in beautiful Monterey, California, as a student at the Defense Language Institute, where my wife and I have been learning French for the past 9 months in preparation for our next overseas assignment. Before this opportunity, I just returned from my second deployment to Afghanistan, where I had the privilege of being an artillery battery commander, supporting Special Operation Forces in eastern Afghanistan. Over the years, I've had too many teammates and friends severely injured from combat injuries lose their mobility and their independence. In 2019, I suffered a severe leg fracture that left me unable to drive for almost 3 months. I had taken for granted a daily task, and I felt trapped during my recovery process. I felt firsthand what it's like to lose your individual mobility freedom, and I had a newfound appreciation for the work of Help Our Military Heroes. HOMH is hands down the best veteran-focused nonprofit with 100% of funding going directly to converting vans for veterans. Since 2010, I have seen over 100 HOMH vans change lives for the better by gifting wounded veterans the ability to drive again and ultimately their independence. Again, Help Our Military Heroes is a tremendous organization with a very special mission. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ashley. Thank you for watching the Chaz and AJ Hine Brothers Truck Group Stand Up for Vets. Please donate at the link at the bottom of your screen. All of the money raised goes to Help Our Military Heroes. It's a great organization that provides transportation to our injured and wounded veterans. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors, Hine Brothers Truck Group, McDermott Chevrolet and Lexus, Call Before You Dig, The Water Doctor, NewEnglandTractor.com, a division of Johnson Automotive, Arts Television and Appliance, New Haven Painters, and Atlas Outdoor Living. Throughout the programming, you've heard inspiring stories from veterans, plus some comedy so far from Will Noonan and our very own AJ. Now, on the Arts Television and Appliance virtual stage, another great stand-up, Adam Keys.
Hello, my name is Adam Keys, and I am happy to be here to support Help Our Military Heroes. 1, because they're awesome, and 2, because I have benefited from their great work. I absolutely have. So let me paint a picture for you of me. Since we're doing comedy now, online, in my basement, and you only get to see half of me, which is the ugly half, and not the crazy half, So I am a triple amputee. I lost both my legs overseas, above the knees, and I lost my left hand below the elbow. And I could prove it. I could definitely prove that, But it gives me a great benefit now, because now when I remove my thumb, it barely even hurts. It barely even hurts. But we can just throw that thumb away. You only need one anyway, so we'll just toss it. Now, normally I would be standing for this. I would be. But, my comedy legs are actually in the shop. And that's the thing right now. My comedy legs are actually in the shop, getting fixed up. But as it turns out, you could actually do stand-up comedy while sitting down. So that's what I'm going to do today. Much like the old great Bill Cosby. Did a lot of comedy sitting down. If you don't know Bill Cosby, I encourage you to check him out. Just Google him and, see what pops up. See what pops up there. So here's some pros and cons of being an amputee, okay? A con is I can't play patty cake anymore. It just doesn't really work out. which is a bummer, that is definitely a bummer. But I will crush you in rock, paper, scissors, guys. I will crush you in rock, paper, scissors. I will bring that hammer down so hard you won't even know what hits you. You won't even know what hits you. But ultimately, I have been kicked out of most of the social games like that. I mean, think about it. The hokey pokey. You put your right foot in. Damn it. They got me right away. Done. Or how about this one? How about the game Simon Says? Simon Says, touch your toes. Damn it again. Damn it again, they got me. I'll tell you what. One thing I could always play and sometimes can win is a thumb wrestle. I'll play you anytime, but if you beat me, I might give you the middle finger. Because really, that's all I got, guys. And I'm using what I got. I'm definitely using what I got here. Now, even though I do look a little crazy, a little rough around the edges, I get it. Especially right now with my crazy corona hair and beard going on, I do look a little crazy, but I do promise, and I swear, that I do meet and date beautiful women. I do. I'm very lucky, which is awesome. It's not only because I have a wheelchair accessible van either. I know, chicks do dig that. Chicks do dig that. Plus it has windows, because if it was a windowless van, I don't think it would go that well at all. Because everybody knows that chicks and police alike do not like a 36-year-old guy who's doing anything but watching street signals, street signs, and other moving vehicles while he's in a windowless van. That's proven. That is definitely proven, everybody. I don't want to test it anyway. Now, some of these chicks are literally throwing themselves at me. They literally are throwing themselves at me. Which is kind of weird and different, but it's true. Now, I'm convinced that these women are only dating me and having sex with me because they want to win the game. Never have I ever, I'm convinced. They want to win. They will win. And I'm happy to help. I am happy to help. Ultimately, they just want the triple amp stamp, They want it. And I'm happy to validate. I am happy to validate. But truthfully, some of these ladies are actually throwing themselves at me. It's almost too easy, but sometimes it actually is kind of scary. Now, granted, some of these girls are actually fainting when they see me in person, but it's a thought that counts. They still fell, and it made me feel good for a second, before they got in the ambulance and all. Now, my VA person has just called me here recently, just the other day, about 3 months into the pandemic and about 6 months after my most recent surgery, in which I was hospitalized for a week and a half or so, because I was deemed high risk. Define that, right? High risk. I don't know what that means exactly either, but the only high risk I see is actually dealing with the VA itself. I know. So he called to ask if I have a caregiver, if my current caregiver gets coronavirus. And he needs the answer right now. Right now. Not tomorrow, not in a week, but right now. It's imperative. Which is kind of funny because it takes me months to get a wheelchair, repair or a new wheelchair. But I need it right now. But for him, he needs it right now. So, okay. You got to roll with that. Now, if you're a civilian watching this, let me just give you a little insight, okay? Right now, in VA code, means something has already terribly, terribly went wrong, and now they're calling me to make sure I'm okay so they can cover their asses. And that's it. I'm more worried about the VA system itself than I am about coronavirus, I can tell you that. The only high risk during all this craziness is if we run out of marijuana during the corona. That's the way I see it. That's the high risk. Now, don't worry, this is all legal. This is all prescribed by my doctor. And when my doctor gives me marijuana, it does not come with a box of Narcan like my oxys did. So you got to weigh your options out there, huh? You got to weigh your options out there, then. Because that's the high risk, the oxys. And the no risk is the marijuana. At least that's my opinion. So since I became an amputee, I do pick up all the words and phrases that people commonly say that have hands and feet or toes and hands or whatever, you know what I mean? Like when people say to me, well, here's a couple examples. When people say things to me like, oh, I could never put myself in your shoes. That's right. You literally cannot. You literally cannot do that. Or how about this one? People would pay an arm and a leg for this experience. No, they wouldn't. And they shouldn't. And if they think that they should, they might want to go see the head doctor. because there's a little bit of an issue there, you know? There's a little bit of an issue there. But the one that really makes me cringe, the one that really makes me cringe when I hear it, at least for a second, you know, is when they yell over to me and say, "Sir, put your hands behind your back." Son of a... You know, I start going, "Okay, now walk backwards towards my voice." This guy just zinged me twice. He gave me a double zinger. I got to give him props for that one. I do got to give him props for that one. All right, guys, that's the end of my comedy set. My name is Adam Keys, but I do want to really give a big shout out to Chaz and AJ, Stand Up for Vets, who's supporting Help Our Military Heroes today. And if you would like to help, please click on the donate button below. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you guys around.
My name is Scott Schrader. I served 28 years in the Army with the famed 5th Special Forces Group, which I spent 25 years with. I was injured in 2010. I lost both legs above the knee, and I lost the use of my right arm. Help Our Military Heroes was instrumental in that whole rehabilitation from my injuries, and I'd like to highlight 2 points. First of all, the whole feeling when you're in the hospital after you have these injuries, you feel like you're kind of a burden to your family, to others. And when HOMH came in with this van, that lifted that whole feeling of being a burden off, and left me with the sense of that I had some freedom to go, to feel a whole lot better about myself. And once again, I didn't feel like I was a burden to others. And the cost of these vans is phenomenal. Anything that says adaptive, if it's an adaptive van, adaptive bike, adaptive housings, it's just another code word for very expensive. And because of these vans, because I was able to get out of the hospital, become an outpatient, take myself to and from my rehabilitative training, it was a big relief off of me, off of my family. I can't even put into words how grateful I am to HOMH. And you can help out by donating to the link below.
I'm retired Master Gunnery Sergeant Roger Brandon. I served in Desert Storm, Iraq, and Afghanistan in my 28 years of service. I was diagnosed with ALS in May of 2016 and medically retired from the Marine Corps. Military veterans are twice as likely to get ALS as those that never serve. 1 in 6 ALS patients are veterans. ALS patients lose the ability to walk and talk. I receive a van from Help Our Military Heroes. This van has allowed me to travel with my wheelchair throughout the U.S. I don't have to rely on others to help me. Thank you, Chaz and AJ, for Stand Up for Vets. Please donate at the link below.
You're watching the Chaz and AJ Hine Brothers Truck Group Stand Up for Veterans. I'm Chaz from Chaz and AJ in the Morning. We'd like to ask you to donate at the link below. Every penny you donate will go to Help Our Military Heroes. They provide specially equipped vans to disabled American veterans. And thanks to McDermott Chevrolet and Lexus, Call Before You Dig, The Water Doctor, and NewEnglandTractor.com, a division of Johnson Automotive. Up next is a guy I'm very proud to introduce, and I urge you to look up his show appearances on our podcast on the website. He's a former U.S. Navy pilot, a former solo pilot with the Blue Angels. Are you familiar with them? They do the air shows in the diamond formation, and then they fly and they go, and you think they're going to hit. And when they fly at up to 700 miles per hour with their wingtips like 18 inches apart, it's pretty tremendous stuff. No room for error. And his books are amazing. He was telling us a story on the air about being a consultant for the Top Gun movie, and he brought Tom Cruise up in the jet, and they got Tom Cruise to puke. So there's something for the resume. Please welcome a real American hero to the Arts, Television, and Appliance virtual stage, John Foley.
Hey everybody, John Gucci Foley here, former lead solo pilot with the Blue Angels. First off, I want to say hello to my fellow vets. And I also want to say hello to everybody on this, what we're doing to support our veterans. AJ, Chaz, great to be back with you guys. So first to the vets, I want to say thank you. Thank you for everything you've done and what we are doing together. You know, there's a lot of challenges out there in the world, and I've learned a couple things that have helped me, and I hope it'll help you. And that is first the ability to compartmentalize. You know, when we have challenges, I remember when I was on the Blues and I'm about walking up to the aircraft to fly an air show where my life was on the line, and you all know what that felt like. I had other challenges in life, right? Maybe with a spouse, maybe with a teammate, maybe with just stress and pressures in my life. And I found a way to put them in the back of my head. I said, compartmentalize. Put it back there, deal with the task at hand, and then I can come back when I'm in a stronger state of mind to deal with those other problems. So in the challenges in our lives, let's continue to compartmentalize. And then the other thing that was more important was gratitude. I focused on gratitude. What are the things in my life that I have something to be grateful for? And sometimes it's just the small things. It's waking up in the morning, seeing the beautiful sunrise, and taking a deep breath. And so gratitude actually changes the way we see the world. It'll change your perceptions, and it also changes the way the world sees us. So I do every morning a glad to be here wake up. I say, what am I grateful for? I think about others and not just myself, and I found that that has helped. Hey, another quick shout out though to all of you who know veterans or appreciate our veterans. Thank you. Thank you for supporting them. You know, I remember my dad said, he was an Army colonel, and I grew up in an Army family, and he said, you know, there's a lot of support for our veterans, but let's not forget the families. And there's a lot of great organizations out there that take care of not only veterans, but the families. Please support them. You know, thank somebody, and the best way to thank them is doing something of giving and doing something that'll benefit them. Hey, and all veterans, I'm out here in Sun Valley, Idaho. I want to let you know there's this great charity nonprofit called Higher Ground, and what we do is we bring the veterans and also the spouses up to this area, and you get to not only enjoy this space, but it's camaraderie. And I know some of us, we miss that. You know, now that we're out of the military, we miss that camaraderie. So check out Higher Ground. Continue to be strong, be safe, and live the glad to be here mindset. Okay, Gucci out. Glad to be here.
Well, that wraps it up for the Chaz and AJ Hine Brothers Truck Group Stand Up for Veterans. I'm Chaz from Chaz and AJ in the Morning. Special thanks to McDermott, Chevrolet, and Lexus. Call before you dig. The Water Doctor, and NewEnglandTractor.com, a division of Johnson Automotive. But especially thanks to the veterans. Thank you for everything you've done for us from the bottom of our hearts. And thanks to the families of the veterans who also make some major sacrifices. Next time, we got to get together. We got hugs and kisses and... Oh, look at Kitty. Kitty came by. Kitty. Enough of this virtual stuff, right? Let's get together, have a couple waters, hug and kiss, have a good time. Ooh, Kitty's going to eat. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. The Chaz and AJ Hine Brothers Truck Group Stand Up for Vets. Donate now at chazandaj.com/vets. All proceeds go to help our military heroes. Thanks to all of our sponsors, Hine Brothers Truck Group, McDermott Chevrolet and Lexus, The Water Doctor, NewEnglandTractor.com, a division of Johnson Automotive, Call Before You Dig, Arts Television and Appliance, Atlas Outdoor Living, New Haven Painters.